biggest impact I've noticed from the Healing Den is being comfortable in my skin. I can now be in a conversation with someone where in the past I'd be only half listening, trying to think, what are they asking of me? What is the appropriate answer? Now I can just be present to the moment, listen, reflect on what's being shared, and respond from an inner core of who I am, and be comfortable with that. And that's a big gift.
Hello everyone, I'm Bridget Hillard and I have been a Healing Den participant since 2019. When I started in the Healing Den, I had just become a parent and was dealing with lots of stretch. I had been, my energy was in too many places at once. My mental health wasn't great. I was giving everything I had to my children and my family. And what Healing Den did was it allowed me to really focus on clearing out the things that didn't matter and figure out, what do I need for me? Start noticing some of the patterns and stories that I have in my life and figure out, what do I really need to pay attention to? I was able to start feeling my body for the first time and really get my feet grounded. I was able to show up for my kids and my husband in very different ways. And every year the program evolves. Every year the work that I do on myself evolves. It's kind of the gift that keeps on giving. Even if I take a step away, I still am constantly using the awareness that I've gained in the Healing Den to do self-work and to be a better version of myself. And I'm so grateful for all the work that Herb does, and I hope you decide to be a part of it.
Hi, my name is Dana Ball, and I want to talk to you today about the Healing Den and the impact it's had on my life. It's had a significant and positive impact on me. Before the Healing Den, I thought that the way to navigate life was mainly from my head. I was rarely present in the moment. I was always thinking about the past or the future, not too much about what's happening right here and right now. I was always performing and striving and just trying to control the situation because I thought that's how you did things. And then I came to the Healing Den and I started to really understand what presence was about and what it meant and what it felt like to show up in this moment and be willing to be right here, right now, and see what's happening and meet what is happening in this moment with yourself, and then go from there. And since I've been able to go down this path of understanding how to be present in the moment, how to bring my intentions to the moment, and then see what unfolds and meet that, I've experienced a lot more peace, a lot more productivity, a lot more ease, and it just feels like I have a lot more aliveness in my life now than I did before. So that's a little bit of my story, and I hope you will try out this experience for yourself and see what you find. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Vicki Marish and I live in rural Wisconsin. And I am here tonight to share about how my life has been impacted by completing Healing Den. I started the Healing Den process as an opportunity to study with Herb Stevenson and as a way to learn more about energy, because as a nurse and as an energy practitioner, I wanted to explore more. And studying with Herb has opened doors and created opportunities that I never knew were possible. I have been able to learn more about energy, the impact of energy on myself and others, and I've also learned the greatest lesson of all about who I am as a person. The study of Healing Den is about presence. It's about learning who I am and how I interact in the world. It has increased my awareness of who I am, how I interact in the world, which makes it come down to what do I do when I'm out in the world, and also in the quiet moments of living with myself. I have learned patience, I have learned awareness of others. I've learned respect. I've learned about the interaction of everything in the world, from the environment and stones and water and trees and nature, and how nature heals, and how coming together in all these elements can soothe my soul and possibly heal the trauma that I have experienced and that everyone has experienced. I've learned that energy in trauma is stored in our bodies, and that energy as a modality is a way to heal the trauma, and trauma is stored in a time and a place, and that it is possible, very, very possible, to have the skill and the knowledge and the safety boundaries to be able to support others in their healing process, as well as myself. I'm also here to talk about how I've been impacted by Herb, and that's a very, very personal response. And it's what I'd like to say is thank you, Herb. You've changed my life. Herb has modeled what he teaches. He doesn't just say it and expect the person to go home and figure it out. The going home and figuring out is to replicate his modeling. How he interacts with me, how he interacts with other people, and how we can be in very, very tough conversations, very tough interactions and events, and stay present so that we are giving eye contact, that we are in our bodies where it is safe, that we can have difficult dialogue and come to a conclusion or an outcome that is supportive. It's not as derogatory, it is not inflammatory, but it's a being in a place of non-judgment, but of a place of dealing with the facts and the data and the energy impact of just being. Herb has been a teacher, he's been a mentor, he's been a guiding light, and in his inspiration, sometimes it's a challenge to figure out who I am and what am I up to and how do I interact in the world. So it's not always easy to look at ourselves, because he is a mirror and he will reflect back some of my interesting traits or personality things, but it's an opportunity for me to grow. It's not as a judgment, it is an opportunity for self-examination and the decision on what I want to do with it or not. It's not a push, it's not a telling me what to do, but it's an opportunity to allow me to make those choices. Can't fix me, I can't fix other people, but I have learned to find ways to say, I support you. Because that's what Herb does. Herb says, how can I support you today? What can I do to support you? And I find that is often a very daily conversation that I have with my family, my colleagues, my neighbors, as I step into the thing, what do you need and how can I support you? I can't do it for others, others can't do it for me. So the modeling of that has been extremely significant for me as a nurse. I'm a nurse, a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and I'm used to stepping up and fixing things. Then the awareness is that I can't often fix, but I truly, truly can find ways to support and help others to do the things that they need to do. I've learned to discern what is mine. I have learned to discern what is others, and to really seriously think about what I can change and what I cannot change. It has made me more patient. It has made me more kind. And I believe that it has made me overall a better person. And so I thank you, Herb, for the opportunities to travel to places within myself that I did not know existed. So I thank you very much, Herb. You've changed my life, and I am very grateful.